Howdy y'all, welcome to Nerd Studio. We're out at the range today to talk about my latest project, Gunfriendly. Stay tuned. As some of you might have noticed, I haven't been making very many videos lately, and that's partly because I've been working on this project. You know, when I'm out traveling, oftentimes I want to know ahead of time if the places I'm going are going to be, they're going to allow me to carry my gun or not. The laws for this vary from state to state. Here in the state of North Carolina, if a location posts a no-gun sign, we're bound by law to disarm before entering. So, you know, if I'm out traveling around, I'm going to the city for something, or we're on vacation, it would sure be handy to know that ahead of time so we could plan accordingly. You know, the flip side of that is if I'm going into an area and I know that there are businesses or restaurants or whatever there that openly support the Second Amendment, I might be more inclined to spend my money there, right? Sometimes, you know, I'm going to a work function that's outside of our work building, or, you know, I'm going to meet friends somewhere where the destination is not optional. It would be really good to know ahead of time whether I'm going to need to do something about my firearm or not. It at least would let me be informed. And as it turns out, I went and I did some poking around, and this information can be really hard to find out. A lot of times you go to, you know, big destinations like playhouses and that kind of thing. It's not always obvious what their policy is toward firearms. And some of them will surprise you. Some of them are permissible, and then there's other places where you go, they'll let me carry my gun there, who don't. So, and I looked around and I couldn't find any place that was reliably give you that information. And I got to thinking, well, hell, I'm a software developer. I could write that tool. So here's Gunfriendly. All right, so in a nutshell, Gunfriendly is a registry of places that allow or prohibit firearms. Locations are added by users and are flagged in one of four ways. They either openly support the Second Amendment, they don't post a sign at all, they have a sign posted no carry, or they're openly Second Amendment hostile. You hear about those places in the news. Some of them turn out to be the real deal. You know, they're kind of protester haven, and it would be good to have those places registered as well. You can access the tool from any web browser. You can do that on your computer, your tablet, your smartphone at http://gunfriendly.us. Not .com, .us. The site itself should scale down and up according to the platform that you're on. Let me know if it doesn't. We may make an Android app in the future. When I say we, I mean I. All right, first let's have a look at the search features. Let's say you're planning to attend a play at the Durham Performing Arts Center here in Durham, North Carolina. This is actually how I had the idea for building Gunfriendly. And you want to know, of course, are they going to let me carry my gun there? So we come to the search tool, and in the name box here, we can type in part of the name we're looking for. In this case, I'll just type in Durham and click search. That's going to return us 2 matches. Now we see that obviously there's 2 glaring no gun signs here, and that tells us most of what we want to know. But if we click on the name of the entry we're interested in, we get some more information. So here we see a screen showing that the location is posted no carry. Below that is a map pinpointing the location, so you can make sure it's the same one you were looking for. And then a series of comments other users have made. You can kind of think of that in a Yelp way, sort of add comments if you want to help review the place. Anyway, the first comment tells us not only do they have a sign posted, but they also have metal detectors. It doesn't mean they're openly Second Amendment hostile. They're not, carrying signs out in front of the place. But the fact that they have metal detectors pretty much tells me that if you're planning to go there, you should disarm, because they're gonna see the gun and give you the boot. All right, let's try one more. Suppose you're looking for a restaurant in Raleigh, North Carolina, where you know you can carry your gun. If you haven't picked up on it, I live in North Carolina. On the search page, we enter Raleigh for the city, North Carolina for the state, and in the place type box here, we're going to select restaurant. We click search and the results show 2 options, Wild Wings Cafe and Yard House. Looking like wings are off the menu. That's all right though. I like me some steak, and we've eaten at the Yard House several times. Good eating. So, where do these entries come from? Well, the answer is you. There is no place to source this data, so we have to create it. And this is where you come in. Gunfriendly is the first tool of its kind, and it's going to take a collective effort by the concealed carry community to enter these locations. I tried to make entering them as easy as I could, so let's have a look at that. First, you are going to need to create an account to do entries. Let me show you how to do that. It's pretty simple. You click on the Register button in the menu and fill out this information. I am asking for your email address, and this is just a safety measure for the site. I'm never going to share or sell your personal information. You're not going to get on some mailing list from me or anyone else. But in the internet world, if you don't put some roadblocks in the way, spam will overwhelm your site. And so one of those ways is asking for people's email names. After you enter the information, you may be prompted with some questions to prove that you are not a robot. As of this recording, we're not doing an email verification yet, but we're going to be asking you to do that in the near future. Again, just to protect the site and keep it up and running. We don't want a bunch of spam on there. We want this to be real data. Once you complete your registration, log in using the link in the menu, or if you click Add Location, it'll take you to the login page. All right, there you are. Welcome to Gunfriendly, folks. Let's add a location. So we click, again, we click the Add Location button, menu item. It's not really a button, menu item. And the first time you reach this page, you're going to get asked if you want to allow Gunfriendly to know your location. This is just trying to access the GPS on your system. You can say yes or no to that. If you say yes to it, this centers the map on you, where your current location is, and that will help refine the searches to the location that you're in. So it's going to find things closest to you first. All right, let's add a new location. My wife and I like Red Lobster in Danville, Virginia, and I know they don't post a sign there, so let's go ahead and create an entry for them. In the search box here, and we actually use Google to do all the searches, so Google's going to give us all of the address and all of the pertinent information about what type of place it is. All we've got to do is find the sucker on the map. So I type in Red Lobster in the search box, and I get presented with several options. The fifth entry in this list is the one I'm looking for, so I click on it. You'll notice now that the map is centered on that location, and that's definitely the one I want. So I'll select a gun-friendly status, in this case, no sign posted. A comment's optional, but I'm a fan of their endless shrimp deals when they happen, so I'm going to extol my love of their shrimp plates here. Cool, now let's click on the Add Location button, and assuming someone hasn't beat you to the punch, the entry is added. You won't get duplicate entries, but we are using the Google Place ID to identify different places, so it isn't based on the name that's been typed in. All right, let's go back and search for that entry. Go back to the search page. I'll enter Red Lobster for the name, type Danville for the city, and enter Virginia, because it's actually in Virginia. I live right on the border. Virginia for the state, and you really don't need the state here. Danville should give you enough, but there are a few Danvilles. All right, we'll click search, and you notice, well, here's my entry, and we'll click on the name. And now, if you look in the second section here, it says you own this entry and can update the gun-friendly status. So if you need to change that entry, you got it wrong there. You discovered that the next time you go, they've posted a no carry sign. You can come back as the owner of that entry and change that gun-friendly status. Users of the system who are logged in can add comments to an entry, so we can all share our reviews of locations. You know, give our opinion of the Red Lobster shrimp. Sorry, I watched some Tom Hanks stuff this morning, and now I'm all Bubba Gumping. Anyway, on top of that, for fun and really just because I could, I added a little badge system for folks. So you can watch the badge icon up next to your name here change as you add to the database, and they're little gun icons. I think next to mine you're seeing a Gatling gun. The top rank, if you've got over 100 entries, I don't even have over 100 entries yet, you've reached the Patriot level, and we'll put the American flag up there for you. So I think along the way you got a pistol and an assault rifle and a submachine gun, and it's just for fun. Anyway, so that's the majority of the site. It should format decently on a computer, tablet, or smartphone, and I think at this stage we're going to call it a beta. I really think Gunfriendly can be a useful tool for the community, and I'm hoping everyone watching this video will help add to the database and share this with your friends. I think it could be kind of the first tool of its type built entirely by the community, for the community, for the gun community. So I'm really hoping it takes off. If you have any ideas or find bugs, feel free to drop by my Nerd Gone South Facebook page. You can find me over there, or email me at wes@nerdgonesouth, wes@nerdgonesouth.com. I have turned the comments off on the videos just simply because I don't have time to keep up on them, and if I don't watch them, people start swearing in the comments, and I don't want that on the videos. So I can't watch Facebook, and there's a lot of garbage shows up in those comments on the videos. So anyway, come on over to Facebook, or if you got questions, you can email me. Again, that's wes@nerdgonesouth.com. Well, that's where I've been lately. I honestly haven't been to the range much in the last month. I've been doing a lot of coding. And I'm going to continue to work on this project. As I find better ways to present things in the UI, I want to refresh that occasionally. And as people find bugs or come up with new features, I'm glad to hear them, and we'll see what we can come up with. I'm really hoping that the database grows, because I think it's a really useful tool, or it can be. What do we do now? Always remember, folks, anyone could shoot. If you're not coding, my ass hurts from sitting in that chair. Anyone could shoot and have fun. We'll see you next time.